another episode of the Forsyth Mags podcast. And today I have two very special guests right across the street at Kaleideum. I have Erin, the Vice President of Philanthropy, and Leanne, the Vice President of Communications and Operations. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How's it going?
Very well.
That was some seriously stereo awesomeness.
We practiced.
I know. So they came up here, and Tim got to show them the view of Kaleideum because we're literally looking right at it from the windows, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It was remarkable to be able to see it from this angle. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Gosh,
Come anytime.
I might, now that I've seen what you got in your lobby area.
Yeah.
I was just telling these ladies that I went, along with the rest of Winston-Salem, went to the Kaleideum After Dark this past weekend, and it was such a blast.
Thank
oh my
you
gosh.
so much.
When I pulled up, I was like, oh my gosh. The line was insane. But you know what was even crazier is that the space is so big that it did not feel like all of Winston-Salem was in there.
877 people.
That was what registered. Yep.
877. I was trying to guess, and I didn't do well.
We had sold about 600 and some pre-sale, and then we had the door walk up. So
wow,
yeah, it was very exciting. And yeah, the building actually holds, probably at 1,000, we're starting to feel kind of, crowded, but yeah, it's a good size building.
Because there's so many floors that, it's so much space.
Yep.
Well, whoever came up with the After Dark for adults, they're brilliant. That was a great idea.
It's actually After Darks, children's museums and science centers throughout the country do adult events because it's so important for adults to also get out and play and without their kids. So you just throw in a little alcohol, maybe a little food, a little music, a little, some games for adults. Like, they love it.
So I was going to ask if there was alcohol involved, but you've just made my dreams come true. Plus I don't pay for parking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we found that right now what we're running the After Darks at is if you buy your ticket ahead of time, it's $20 and you get 2 drink tickets.
I mean, that is a steal.
It's a steal. Yeah. And then if you come to the door that night, it's $25.
So just get your ticket in advance.
That's right.
Make plans.
That's right. Make the plans.
That's right. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if this is okay to say, but I feel like it's especially good for adults like myself and my boyfriend who both have like undiagnosed ADHD because like all the things going on. It's just very perfect. It's very entertaining and perfect for us.
Did you go in the Digital Dome and
we went everywhere. Well, we went to the first one too.
Okay.
Which was in, I guess, the month before.
Yes.
Yep. So we explored the entire, because we had never been in there at all. And so we explored the entire museum. And then he was so excited to go back for the rooftop when it opened. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad y'all came.
Yeah. So y'all have been open now, I guess. When did it officially open? February?
February 17th.
Okay. And it was a long time coming. How long was the process?
So
the long and loud process.
Yeah. So the Children's Museum and SciWorks, started merger talks in 2015.
Okay.
I was on the Bean Stem merger talk committee.
Oh my gosh.
So there was about a year of that, all that planning and everything. And then we merged in July of 2016. And then we got the name Kaleideum. We worked with Wildfire here in town to come up with all the branding and the naming and all that. We had that happen. We launched that February of 2017.
Okay.
And then it had always been the plan to have a museum downtown, and but then so the planning had started with the county and everything, and then of course COVID happened, and so the process got stretched way out longer.
Sure.
So I think we were supposed to be in this building in like 2020, and
oh wow,
yeah.
So how long have you been with Kaleideum?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So I was on the junior league when the Children's Museum got started, so I helped work through the junior league with that. Then I was on the board at SciWorks for several years in the early 2000s, and then I went back as like a marketing consultant to SciWorks, and then became a full-time actual employee in 2018.
Okay, very cool. So, okay, you said about the rebrand happened and Wildfire helped. Were there any runner-up names that you remember? I'm so curious.
There were. We had gone way down the rabbit hole with one that I'm actually really glad that we did not use, because it would have been it's a very common word, and we would have been very hard pressed to like get it, copy or registered and all that.
Yeah. I can't even imagine that process. That's got to be overwhelming.
It was an interesting process.
I finally mastered spelling it because I have a friend named Kale, and I'm like, okay, Kaleideum, because I struggle so bad to spell Kaleideum.
Yeah. If you think of it as kaleidoscope plus museum, it kind of makes more sense.
Yeah.
Or think collide with Kaleideum for pronunciation purposes.
Okay. Yeah, because
people do pronounce it Kaleideum, but it's not Kaleideum. It's Kaleideum.
Kaleideum. Have I been saying Kaleideum?
You've been saying it right.
You've been right.
You've totally been right.
Now I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah.
So, Erin, how long have you been involved with Kaleideum?
Well, so I joined the board about 5.5 years ago, and then back in February, the end of February, they started recruiting me to be able to come on board. And I just said, I feel like we've already been dating for so long. It's about time you asked me to move in. So I did.
I like that story. That's funny. So I do want to talk a little bit about the accessibility to the museum. I know you guys, that's important. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so I mean, I just firmly believe that it's super important for communities to really understand that all children should have access to experiential learning, regardless of what socioeconomic status their family may be involved in at that moment of time. And so I think that moving downtown to Winston-Salem, where we're just blocks away from the bus stop, has really helped us put the proof in the pudding to make it accessible for all families, which I think is just really vital and important to children's learning. And so I'm really proud to be part of a team that has done that.
Yeah. So we were talking before we started recording about how many visitors that are not local have been to Kaleideum.
Yeah, so drum roll. We've already seen and served 39 states, plus Canada, plus Puerto Rico, plus Australia.
In 4 months.
In 4 months since opening
that
our
is
doors.
insane.
It's wild. I mean, it really just signifies to me that Winston-Salem is a really up-and-coming place to be, and we're just excited to be a part of that. And we acknowledge that it's probably from a lot of graduations that happened in May. We're very fortunate to have so many colleges and universities in our town, and I think that is a lot of what helped bolstered that. And so we're just really proud of our community as a whole.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Erin and I are both from Winston-Salem, and I moved away for a while. I don't know. Did you move away too? I don't like.
I
but it
pretended
came back.
to.
But yeah.
I feel like that's the classic story. Like I moved away for a little bit, and then I was like, I came back.
Yeah, and it's amazing to me to see how downtown has changed. I mean, I remember coming downtown as a little girl with my mom to because she had buildings downtown, and stuff like that. And so, just to see it change and evolve has been such a
incredible
neat experience.
I mean, even when I was in high school, you didn't come downtown. It was.
Is it 5 o'clock? Well, time to go.
Yeah. And I mean, now I'm downtown all the time. There's just something to do for everybody, and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
And to have, I just am so proud of how beautiful this building is. It's just such a great asset.
It's not subtle, right? You can't miss it.
She's a vibe. She's a vibe.
I love it. I love it. So I want to know from each of you, what is your favorite exhibit right now at Kaleideum?
So I'm going to speak to you through the lens of my 9-year-old son, Charlie. His favorite spaces are the rooftop, the think tank, which is really just a room that has some engineering kind of building toys in there that he really likes to be able to build. And then he never sleeps on a water room. And so those are his top 3 that I always sell, because whatever Charlie likes, I gold standard.
For me, I have a really partial soft spot for the storytelling room, just because that was when I was young. Like, I was always putting on plays and talking to myself and doing things like that. So the stage in there is really neat. I love that you can play with the sound and the light, and you can have a producer over here, and then you can have the kids on stage in costumes, and you can make up your title and all that. I just think it's a really neat imaginative play area.
I love that. I love that there's so many opportunities for, I think Kaleideum is probably genuinely responsible for some kids choosing what they want to do when they grow up because of these different things that they get to play around with and see what they like, you know? Because you might play around on the stage and be like, oh my gosh, being a producer would be so much fun. Like, I could do this for a living.
Right.
Or being an engineer, I get to build all of these things. Like, it's really special.
Well, and learning is just really fun. I mean, that's how things really stick with kids, is if they're having fun and learning. It's like
learning and fun collide.
It's true though. That's the best. The best learning is the fun learning, the stuff you're going to actually remember.
1000%.
Yeah. We did at the first After Dark event. My boyfriend and I spent an embarrassing amount of time in the building part where the ball, you release the ball and it goes down the path. I'll have to show you guys a video of, he made quite the impressive, it went on and on and on, and ramps and twirls, and
did it ding the things?
Yeah.
I think we have video of that. I think Catherine that works with me she was like,
we had like a group of 4 or 5 of us, and we just like kept adding to it. We're like, okay, how far can we get this to go?
I love that.
Like 30-year-old
roller coaster
kids.
Engineers for the evening. Yes,
exactly. So do y'all have any exciting events or anything new or special that's coming up that you want to talk about?
Well, next Tuesday, we're doing Tie-Dye Tuesday. And so you can bring your own shirt out and come and tie-dye. And then on Saturday, there's Pride in the Plaza. So they're going to have bubbles and chalk and stuff like that to kind of go along with the Pride Festival. And then, of course, the next Kaleideum After Dark is July 13th. That one is themed Weird Science. Ooh. And we're going to have a movie on the rooftop in partnership with Aperture. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And we're playing the movie Weird Science.
And we're playing the movie Weird
Throwback.
Science. Yes. And they'll be doing some weird science demonstrations in the hallways.
So cool.
Yeah,
and a Stranger Things show in the Digital Dome.
Yeah, an hour-long Stranger Things laser show.
Ooh, so. That might be one of my favorites too, is the laser show, the Dome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That like brings me back to like when I was a kid, we went to SciWorks all the time.
Right.
And that was one of my things I remember the most, is that Dome.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely, the community loves the Digital Dome. That's for sure. Yeah,
something for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like Catherine had it sort of rocking on Saturday night. I never actually went down there, but she said she had a club vibe going. So was that accurate?
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Which is perfect. You guys have just nailed it for kids, for adults, for every age demographic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I know there's also an option for, I guess anybody, but if you have kids, to be a member. Mm-hmm. Tell us how that works.
So there's all different membership levels. So you can, as a single adult, you can buy a membership for yourself if you just want to come. And like I know some people that live in One Park Vista have bought so they can access the rooftop track and kind of walk around and stuff like that, and go to Digital Dome shows and all that kind of thing. But then you can buy as a double, a triple, a quadruple, or a super membership, which goes up to 10 people. So if you have a big family, the super's the best deal. And then there's even a super plus where you have validated parking included. So we'll give you the little parking passes that you can go and get out of the deck for free at the Liberty Plaza garage.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm assuming you can find details about the different memberships on your website.
Kaleideum.org under membership. Yes. Okay. And you can buy it online, and it's easy peasy.
One of the things what's also cool about our memberships, though, is we also have corporate memberships, where we've seen a lot of area businesses purchase a super membership, for example, that then their employees have access to. So it's kind of an employee benefit to be able to work there.
Oh, that's very cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, business owners, if you're listening, that's a great perk for your employees.
Yes.
Yes.
So is there, correct me if I'm wrong, is there like a way, do people like rent out the Kaleideum? Like, do you have weddings or like, do you host people can like do private events there?
Yes. So we work with Sterling Spaces.
Okay.
And they're an
Great
event.
people.
Yes, event rental company and everything. And so they our website directs you to them to initially go there and talk to them about your event, and they do it from head to toe, the food, the alcohol, the rental space, and everything. So
Okay.
yes, we have had they've got a rentals person and a corporate person. A wedding person and a corporate person.
Okay.
That you can talk to.
Because
So-
I really can't think of a cooler venue to get married in.
Yeah, we've had several really cool like dinners in the dome and things like
so
that.
you can rent specific little, like you wouldn't have to rent the entire
You can rent a
building.
floor. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's so cool. So yeah, what's the coolest event that you've seen people host at the space so far?
Well, I think the first big event that we're going to have is the Winston-Salem Symphony is about to do their event on the 20th of this month.
Mysterium.
Oh, I
And
did
so
not know
I think
that.
that will be pretty exciting to see because I know that they're using all 4 floors. But if I had to guess which is going to be the coolest, and this is not to shame anybody else, but the Kaleidoscope Ball that we'll be putting on October 4th is definitely going to be the coolest that we ever host there.
Tell me more about that.
So this year it's the World of Imagination. So think Willy Wonka. And so we're just really excited. We're in the process of securing our sponsors now. We are collaborating.
Hit me up.
Okay. You heard it here first. We're collaborating with the School of the Arts to get some of their students to really be part of the entertainment. We've also partnered with Dance on the Moon, which is I think it's
Party on the Moon.
Party on the Moon.
Party
sorry.
on the Moon.
Which will make you want to dance on the moon. But it's a 12-piece musical band. And so we're just super, super excited. And thanks to our presenting sponsors at both Flow Automotive and Mercedes-Benz, we're just really excited and thankful that they've come in as our presenting sponsors.
So you said October 4th? Mm-hmm. That's a Friday, I
it's
believe.
a Friday night.
I'm a big on Friday night events.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Well,
we're
I'm going to
excited.
put that on my calendar.
Yeah, that
Please
one will
do.
be the coolest.
Yeah.
No
we'll have
offense.
to do an article on that one soon.
Would love that.
Yeah.
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 Well, you guys, this has been so much fun. I can't believe it's already been 30 minutes.
Time flies.
I know. We'll have to have you guys on for a part 2, maybe closer to the what did you call the ball?
Kaleidoscope Ball.
The Kaleidoscope Ball.
Yeah, that'd be great.
To get people pumped up for that.
Oh,
That's going to be a
absolutely.
huge success. I already know it.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we've got a strong chair committee group of Coleman and Sarah team, and Sam and Metzler. I know his name.
I think you guys should have a New Year's Eve party too. That would be.
We usually have a New Year's Eve for
Okay.
children, but New Year's Eve might be an
you could do
option.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going from New Year into the New Year. Yeah.
Yep.
It
I would
be-
go.
Okay. You want to sponsor it?
I can sponsor that one too. I'm going to sign us up for everything. Well, thank y'all for coming on to chat with me, and we got to enjoy the beautiful view of Kaleideum while we're here. You can find all about Kaleideum on their website, kaleideum.org. I know they're on social media. You can find them there as well to learn all about their upcoming events and fun stuff they have going on. And as always, you can find Forsyth Mags online at forsythmags.com. You can find all of our content there, and we are on social media at Forsyth Mags. And last thing, if you enjoyed this episode, or if you've ever enjoyed a Forsyth Mags episode, I would love it if you would leave us a review and a rating. And that's a wrap for today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.